Stop right there. A lot of what you're hearing online about the best snowblowers for 2026, it's misleading. Some people act like Honda can do no wrong. Others hype up cheap machines that quit the moment the first real storm hits. And truthfully, many of the top-rated models being pushed right now just don't live up to the claims. In this video, I'm breaking down the snowblowers for 2026 that actually perform so you're not stranded in freezing weather while your machine struggles to chew through snow. Let's start with the Honda HSS 928. Yes, it's pricey. That's the first thing people point out. And fair enough. But once you look at dependability, performance, and long-term value, it's hard to argue against it. This is the kind of machine that makes bargain brands feel like a mistake. It runs on Honda's GX engine, famous for a reason. Starting it in negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit weather? No drama. Thick, wet snow that would stall smaller units? It powers through. Dense plow piles at the end of the driveway? It barely reacts. The engine runs smoothly, consistently, and without fuss. If you've ever dealt with a stubborn starter on a cheaper blower, you'll immediately notice the difference. The hydrostatic transmission almost feels unfair compared to traditional gear systems. Push forward to go faster, pull back to slow down. That's it. No jerky shifts, no searching for the right gear. After using it, manual gear changes feel outdated. And if you choose the tracked version, traction becomes a whole different story. On icy or sloped driveways, rubber tracks grip where wheels simply spin. Hills, gravel transitions, slick patches, it handles them with confidence. If your driveway feels like a ski run in winter, this setup makes sense. It can throw snow up to 50 feet under ideal conditions, which means you're not just moving snow aside, you're sending it far enough that it stays out of your way. The controls are glove-friendly, with an electric joystick shoot control and dual-lever steering placed exactly where you need them. It's thoughtful design, and that's why this model constantly shows up on best-of lists. Now, let's be honest. It's heavy, it's overbuilt, and it costs more than most competitors. But if traction, reliability, and winter performance matter most to you, the HSS 928 could realistically be the last snowblower you ever buy. Next up, the Cub Cadet 2X30 Max. This is what you upgrade to when your entry-level blower can't keep up anymore. If you've got a large driveway or deal with serious snowfall, this machine deserves attention. The standout feature is the 3.0-inch clearing width. Smaller blowers often require 4 or 5 passes to finish a driveway. This one can cut that in half. That alone saves time and effort. The 2.3-inch intake height is generous, letting you tackle tall snowbanks, heavy plow piles, and refrozen buildup that would stop weaker machines cold. Under the hood sits a 385cc 4-cycle engine built for torque. That translates into steady power through dense, wet snow without feeling like you're wrestling the machine the entire time. The 1.4-inch serrated steel augers break down snow efficiently, working with the impeller to launch it up to 40 feet, more than enough for wide residential properties. The trigger-controlled power steering works surprisingly well for something this size. You can guide it with one hand while adjusting the chute with the other. Heated grips come standard, and the LED light bar is genuinely helpful during early mornings or late-night clearing sessions. Comfort features might sound secondary, but after weeks of winter storms, they matter more than you think. The downside? It's big, it's heavy. Storage isn't convenient. But if your driveway is long, wide, or both, this is one of the gas snowblowers that truly earns its spot in 2026 rankings. It's not flashy, it's functional. And that's the point. At number 3, the Toro Power Max HD 828 OAE. If you've ever had a blower clog repeatedly in wet snow, this one should be on your radar. It's a 2-stage gas machine built for winters that overwhelm cheaper equipment. The key feature is its anti-clogging system. It manages how snow feeds into the auger and impeller, reducing the constant jams that plague other models in slushy conditions. Fewer stops, faster clearing, less frustration. The 252cc 4-cycle engine is tuned for dependable cold starts. With a 2.8-inch clearing width and 2.1-inch intake height, it handles substantial snowfall efficiently. Steel augers and a durable steel chute add to the solid build quality, giving it the feel of a machine made to last multiple seasons. Its steering system is intuitive and doesn't rely on complicated triggers. It responds naturally to your movements, something you really appreciate when maneuvering in deep snow. It throws snow roughly 45 feet, keeping buildup from creeping back into your cleared path. It doesn't have tracks, so steep, icy inclines may favor tracked models. But for most residential driveways, the balance, power, and anti-clog design make it one of the most dependable wheeled snowblowers available. Now let's talk about the Troy-Bilt Storm Tracker 2890. This is where you start realizing that some snowblowers simply aren't built for slopes or rough terrain. The Storm Tracker stands out because it refuses to give up when conditions turn ugly. Unlike wheeled units, this one rides on tracks, and that makes a massive difference on steep or icy driveways. The traction is impressive. It climbs slopes and powers through slick snow without spinning out. Its engine delivers enough strength to clear up to 12 inches of snow in a single pass. With a 2 8-inch clearing width and 2 0-inch intake height, it's built to handle long, uneven driveways without constant struggle. A standout feature is the adjustable weight transfer system. You can shift the balance forward or backward depending on conditions, helping prevent stalls or awkward lift when hitting packed snow. It's a small adjustment that makes a big impact. Heated grips and touch-and-turn steering make controlling a large tracked machine far less exhausting. Without those features, a blower this size could feel overwhelming. Yes, it's expensive, typically between $1,800 and $2,000. But if smaller machines constantly fail on your terrain, this is one of the gas snowblowers that won't back down. It's loud, heavy, and serious but dependable. Finally, the Ariens Deluxe 28. This is the one that makes you realize some snowblowers are built like tanks. Ariens consistently ranks among the best because it combines strength, control, and durability. It's powered by a 208cc Ariens AX engine, paired with a 2 8-inch clearing width and 2 1-inch intake height. That combination allows it to move large volumes of snow efficiently, even in wet or heavy conditions. Under ideal circumstances, it can throw snow up to 50 feet far enough to keep your driveway clean without constant re-clearing. One of its biggest advantages is auto-turn steering. Instead of fighting the handlebars during tight turns, the system automatically locks the inside wheel when you change direction. Navigating corners, garage entrances, or tight spaces feels smooth and controlled. The build quality is outstanding: steel dash, steel frame, steel chute. There's minimal plastic, which means fewer parts prone to cracking in extreme cold. Owners who've used these machines for years often report very few maintenance issues. The 1 4-inch serrated augers bite aggressively into packed snow, and both electric and pull starts perform reliably, even in sub-zero temperatures. Some will argue the price around $1,795 is steep, but that's the reality of truly great snowblowers in 2026. Quality costs more up front, but it pays off when your machine starts every time and powers through storm after storm. The Ariens Deluxe 28 isn't for someone who clears snow once a season. It's for homeowners who want something engineered to handle years of brutal winters. With its combination of power, durability, and precision steering, it stands as one of the top 2-stage snowblowers on the market today.